Now, 22% of adults, around 12 million of us, are living with ongoing home problems such as damp, leaks, or heating issues, and this cannot be good for our health. So that's what I'm joined now by Dr. Ranj. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, thank you.
Good stuff. Now, in the world of winter, which is rapidly approaching, obviously all these things sort of get a bit worse, don't they?
Yeah, so that's why I'm working with HomeServe on their home health check campaign. So much like we say with your body, if it's showing any kind of symptoms of potentially a bigger problem, deal with it sooner rather than later. It's usually a better idea, and prevention is always better than a cure. Same applies to our houses. So 12 million of us, as you said, are living with ongoing home issues that we've probably ignored. Less than one in five, or well, one in five of us have never carried out a home health check, as it were, but it costs us about 42 billion pounds a year. So it's a big deal. So we're talking about everything from poor drainage of sinks and baths to dripping taps to damp patches and weak water pressure. All of these things could be signs that something's not quite right with our houses. It could be leading to potentially a bigger bill later on down the line, but it has a knock-on impact on our health. It causes stress and anxiety, obviously. People lose sleep. But for many people, especially those who are vulnerable, it can cause worsening of physical symptoms. So if you've got a breathing problem, like asthma or COPD, it can get worse during the winter months anyway. But if your house is cold and has damp issues, that's only going to exacerbate the problem. So what I'm trying to do is tell people is getting there soon, getting there early when dealing with these problems is cheaper and usually quicker rather than waiting for it to become a really big deal and a really expensive deal later on down the line.
Absolutely, and even things like getting your boiler checked out as well, all that sort of thing, which can help avoid carbon monoxide leaks, making sure it's in tip-top condition, and obviously that's a huge killer.
Absolutely. So, Home Service, part of this home health check, are doing the bigger boiler booster initiative, which launches this week, and it provides households with an engineer visit to service their boiler, and they'll carry out additional checks and they'll provide any additional boosters free of charge. So, it's well worth taking advantage of stuff like that. I think many of us don't. We service a car every year, but we forget to service our boiler. And then when the boiler goes on the worst time possible, usually Christmas Day, you don't want to be forking out lots and lots of money and struggling to get an engineer out. It's actually better, and there's loads more appointments available right now to get it sorted out early.
Absolutely. I have to admit, I am a home serve customer and I have booked my boiler check and service for next Monday.
Fantastic.
So I'm in there. And they have done brilliant stuff when I've had stuff around the home. And it is one of those things that friends and family recommend. And I've got friends who absolutely love the service they've had from them. So I know there are other providers out there, but it is important to find someone you and your friends trust.
Yeah, absolutely. And it doesn't necessarily involve spending lots of money. If you go to homeserve.co.uk/. home health check, there's loads of advice and tips on there that you can do right now. Everything from bleeding your radiators to make sure they're heating properly, checking for leaks and drips, servicing your boiler, as we've talked about, looking for damp and musty smells that might be a sign of water ingress, and testing your alarms. Test your smoke and carbon monoxide alarms. They will potentially save your life. Let's hope they don't have to. But things like that are really, really important.
Yeah, and it's that carbon monoxide one is the one which is important. At least with smoke, if you're awake, you can see and smell it. If you're
Yeah,
asleep,
carbon
that's when you
monoxide
need to know.
alone.
But
Exactly. You can get a carbon monoxide detector for relatively low cost. But when they're useful, they're really, really life-saving, as it were. So and you wouldn't be able to tell that your boiler might be putting out or your heating device might be putting out carbon monoxide because it's an odorless, clear, colorless gas. You wouldn't know.
yeah, and say it could be causing fatigue, headaches,
Mm.
flu-like symptoms that might just seem normal for this time of year. And
Exactly.
the fact is, I mean, you could even lose your pets to it because they're going to be more susceptible. So it is important to get these things checked out for you and your other four-legged friends in your family's life too. But that home health check is vitally important, making sure that we are ready for the winter. And I think that's the thing, isn't it? It's making sure we can snuggle up during the winter months rather than have concerns and sleepless nights.
Yeah, it's all about preventative action now, which will hopefully save you money. It'll reduce your stress and anxiety and improve your well-being over the winter months. It's being winter ready in general, so hopefully prevent any further problems. And it's just simple steps that everyone can do. Just go to the website, check out the advice, and book that service if you haven't done it so.
Yeah, give us those details again and where we can go to find out these home tips.
Just head over to homeserve.co.uk/home health check. There's loads of great stuff on there.
Well, Dr. Ranj, I hope your home is in tip-top condition. Have a good time, and I shall hopefully see you soon.
Thank you.